Well. Absolutely massive win. To do that with the injuries we've got up against it, absolutely brilliant. We have to, we haven't done that enough in games when we've needed to. We've just ground what we've grounded it out, and like I say, that's what we haven't done this season. That's what we haven't done a lot of under Liam Rosenior. Well, to everyone who says he hasn't got a plan B, that's plan B tonight. Put your bodies on the line, play for the badge, and try and sneak something, which we did, courtesy of Fabio Carvalho. Right, game as a whole then. Team. Ivor Panda was with the squad, so it is a done deal. He was wearing the retro tracksuit, so everyone can stop fretting. That one is done. We haven't got another game this month, have we? So literally, so they could just leave everything till deadline day now. And what I've said about the whole window of just like don't tweet #announce and all that kind of thing. They could just leave it to deadline day if they wanted to now, because we haven't got a game. I don't think they will. But yeah, super pleased with Panda being done. Also clean sheet tonight though. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Ollie Green on the bench, Stan Ashby on the bench, Tyrell Sellers-Fleming on the bench, Billy Sharp dropped to the bench, Tufan up front, and we set up with Lakilo on the left. And look, I'll hold my hands up. I know I slag Lakilo off, but tonight he deserves some credit, because that boy put in a shift. He put in a shift, helped out on the defensive end when he needed to. He was as effective as anyone else going forward, really, apart from Louis Coyle, who in the first half had a lot of chances, which granted wasn't very, but that was the nature of the game. So he did well tonight, Lakilo, and I'll give him credit where credit's due, because I am critical of him, very critical of him. But I'm of the view that players, you criticise them when they deserve criticism, but then you praise them when they deserve praising as well. And he did well tonight. Doherty on the right, the Sky commentator said to double up on Jack Clark, and that was definitely the case. Both him and Louis Coyle were booked very early on. Matty Jacob as well, going forward and defensively, he looks very solid, and he's come in, done really well. And it's a shame for Fairlong, really, that he's injured, because he could challenge him or go out on loan, but he can't do either now, and we're going to bring another left back in. Anything else of note? Morton and Slater in the middle? No, that's about it, I think, in terms of the lineup. And then, yeah, the game itself was, well, the first half we were like hardly in it at all. The one chance we did have, I think we had 2 shots all game, by the way. The one chance we did have was the ball worked through really nicely. The move started with Coyle and finished with Coyle as well. But where it fell down, he received the ball from Tufan, and as he followed the ball into the area, he just took a touch, and that allowed Anthony Patterson to set himself. If Louis had that chance back, and to be honest, I think if it was anyone else on the pitch other than Louis Coyle, you hit it first time. If that's Carvalho in that situation, he hits it first time. If that's Tufan receiving the ball instead of playing the ball, he hits it first time. I think we go 1-0 up there. But ultimately, it didn't really matter. We went in at the break level, and I thought Sunderland would come out in the second half and take it, because they, just like they did at the MKM or Boxing Day, they cut the passing lanes, and it was frustrating their fans, because they wanted to come at us, and we just kept the ball. But they cut the passing lanes and made it difficult for us. And that little opening I've just spoke about with Louis Coyle there was our one was our one opportunity in the game. Then second half, we came out on top for about the first 10 or 15. Then Sunderland massively took control. It was just chance after chance after chance, corner after corner after corner after corner. Because everyone got booked in the first half, it wasn't booking after booking after booking. But then we got our goal. Billy Sharp came on, by the way, and was a real handful. He caused the corner which the goal came from, just because he's like, when you put him on in that period of a game, that's where he's gonna be useful. That's where he's gonna be such a superb signing for us, especially with Connolly and Delap injured. But you ask him to do 290 minutes pretty much in a week, which he had to do 75 against Norwich, and he did a full 90 against Birmingham, I think. He's not going to be able to do it, but you bring him on there, and they're the situations he'll be good in, and that is where he'll prove a good signing for us, in my view. But he chased the ball down after Sunderland failed to clear a long Allsop goal kick, caused the corner after Patterson came out and failed to catch it, and they came together. Corner was really well worked. In terms of, after the first flick on by Greaves didn't work, we recovered it well, and then Carvalho, wow, it took a deflection on the way in, but the commentators on Sky, I'm not so sure about this, the commentators on Sky were absolutely adamant that shot was on target. For me, I haven't seen enough replays, to be honest, and I'd need to see it slowed down to be sure, but hey, if Carvalho's claiming it, I ain't going to say no, because, hopefully that's his first of many goals. And, well, come the next game, depending on how the Ivory Coast and Mali do, we may have Seri and or Traore back, depending on how they progress in AFCON. That tournament ends on the 12th of February. We're going to have Panda in for sure. We're going to have a left-back, winger, striker in, hopefully. Philogene should be back. You know, then Connolly's going to be another week or so closer. It's looking good. This was always going to be the last game of struggle, I think. But the fact that we've gone through what I deemed as the last game of this wretched run of form we've been in, and we came away from it winning 1-0. Credit to Rosenior for how the team was set up, because he knew we'd have to grind something out, and if we were going to win it, it was going to be smash and grab. That's what we did. And then credit to the players for executing it. Louis Coyle absolutely neutralised Jack Clark. Kept him relatively quiet for the full 95 whatever minutes it was added on at the end. And among Sunderland and pressure, defensively, we held our nerve and we kept a clean sheet, which we were so good at last season. But this year, we haven't been able to do that consistently enough. So more of that, please. Super happy with that. And I'll keep you updated with all the January window coverage in the remaining 2 weeks we have left of it. Thank you for watching. And, wow, up the Tigers. Come on!